Okay, Crappy, I'm giving you one more try, okay? And if you can't do it this time, you're fired. Get walking. Yeah, show us the car. Okay, there we go. Crappy is back from the strike. Thank you so much, Crappy. I appreciate you existing here. And thank you everybody who has subscribed, who has followed, who has supported. Friday streams are weird for me because usually I have the grudge match every other week, but we don't have it next week, and we don't have it this week. Next week is going to be, I believe, Flame Fatales, and everybody should catch that. With that said, let's go ahead and talk about the here and now, because we have a new game to be given out to our players, and our players are our GMs Time Wanderer and Listar. Who be given? Well, it is our friend Waffle Fox Bree. This is Hedge Maze's wife. Hello there, Waffle Fox.
Hello.
Oh, I am so happy to have you, and I'm so happy that you're giving games out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like people in chat are pretty excited too. Yeah, they're like, yay, Hedge Maze is putting hearts. That's cheating though, because you already love her.
Aww.
It's good. It's good. Well, I'm happy that you're here, and honestly, I'm really excited to see what kind of game you have.
Yeah, so I don't know, it's my first game giving out here, so I thought I don't know, what's the weirdest game I have ready right now? It's like, and I asked like, what do you two think of rock, paper, scissors puzzle shooters?
That doesn't sound good. I don't like that.
Anyway, we got finger flashing for the PS1.
You gave me this box art, and I'm like, I can't tell you that's finger flashing, but apparently that's what it is.
Sure it is, yeah.
So why are they flashing?
I guess they flash in the game when you get rid of them, but yeah, it's like you.
Oh.
Yeah, there's hand enemies, and you shoot hands at them that defeat them with rock, paper, scissors.
I mean, that's awfully convenient. I definitely appreciate it. The best game that I've played that has rock, paper, scissors is definitely Princess Tomato in Salad Kingdom. That game's amazing. However, our players are going to have 1 hour to try to make as much progress as they can. Whoever does, of course, takes the victory, and whoever doesn't moves into the loser's bracket. We have not had too many losses yet. Don't talk to me, though. Don't talk to me, okay? No, actually, I feel like I fought valiantly, and I feel like how I did was just about right during the last match, you know? It's just that Seth is a better player, and I am happy to lose to somebody who is better, and to lose to somebody who's really good at games and not just lose because the game didn't mesh with me, you know? I love that game. Had you seen it before? The cars? Go for
I think I played it a while back, but like ooh. I seemed very familiar. Like I think I played it, but I'm not sure. I could be. I don't know how many car platformers there are out there, though.
You know, car platformers sound stupid, but there's a surprising number. I don't know. If you ask for yogurt platformers, I can name at least maybe 2 or 3. Like, yeah, it's just games, you know. Somebody's like, hey, you know, it would be fun just making a car that's going around jumping, you know. That makes sense, and it worked. That's what the 90s were all about. But this came out in 2001, so we're a little bit post.
This should be 1999.
Oh, that's right. It's just the translation that's up there is 2001.
The translation was only 2001. There's not really much to translate in this game. I guess it was done by, I don't know, RIP translations or something. It pretty much just translates some menu stuff.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty fast translation, though. Okay, before I switch over, I actually need to change the player's icons here, so give me a second, everybody. Otherwise, Liz Star would look like a stinky furry. Yeah.
Oh no!
I don't make the rules. I mean, I guess I literally make the rules for this tournament, don't I? Never mind. Okay, I can't get out of it that way. Yeah. But yeah, Waffle Fox, I believe you played a little bit during the last Kusog7ande, and you've also been on Don't Make Us Bored quite a few times, and it's always been fun to have you.
Yeah. I guess I only lasted like 3 rounds in tournament, but I wanted to experience it first before applying for this.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the majority of people who only last for a few rounds, so it's not even a big deal. That's just how it goes with Kusog7ande, you know? With that said, I'm so glad you decided to stick around with us weirdos, and I'm glad that you're a weirdo yourself. Oh my gosh, what are these hands?
Oh yeah, yeah, there's
Drama.
the intro cutscene that Wander is showing off.
I love it. Okay.
I guess that was the whole thing, but yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like the fist with the dragon on it. But yeah, Time Wander just in the chat here, or the channel here, just gonna be laughing the next several hours. The most literal possible interpretation of a dragon fist in that cutscene.
Literally the fist of a dragon. One who is born of dragons. Yeah. By the way, everybody, if you are wanting to catch more of my stream after this game, I'm not going to be streaming, but I might be doing some tomorrow after the stream. I feel like some more... If the 4-Job Fiesta is still going on, then I'd like to actually play that. Oh my gosh. Never mind. Well, I guess I do. What is this hand walking around? Okay. So Time Wander, the rocket hand lands... Okay, very nice. We have Awkward Night Hand. Yeah, I want to play Baldur's Gate. Come on. We've got the Dragon Hand. There are too many hands.
Yeah, it's the dragon fist.
I guess there are 3 hands. Oh, yeah, they're all in rock, paper, scissors format. Duh. This is literally rock, paper, scissors. My gosh. And it's pointing to me.
All right. Yeah,
All right. Where do you want them to start, by the way?
I'm just gonna... I'll just tell them to make sure their controls are ready, then get to the start waiting position.
Okay. I don't like this music. But, like, I like... Huh. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see how my opinion changes here. Oh, that's right. I met somebody in Texas who did the escape room I was running, and he wants to play Across the Obelisk. Funny thing is, we had a soundtrack playing in the background that is royalty-free, and one of the songs on it is from Across the Obelisk, and this guy who was in the escape room, like, I'd been listening, I'm like, what is this music? He identified it, and now we're gonna play games together. Yeah,
great.
I love it. I'm like, oh my gosh, you figured that out. You figured it out. Okay. Best of luck, everybody. I need you to spam emotes, okay? What emotes would be good? Well, hands.
Yeah, anything with hands. Whatever it seemed like the hands were wearing. What else?
Guns. Hands and guns and hands and guns and hands and hands and guns and guns.
Oh yeah, I guess we're a magician or a wizard could. Yeah. All right, we're off to start round 1.
Awesome. Well, here we are finger flashing for the PSX. So, how does this work?
All right, so Uh-oh, looks like Lizstar already died.
I mean, Lizstar was speeding up pretty fast, it looked like.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Alright, so all the enemies are hands, and you have to shoot the appropriate hands at them, which is rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, so... Yeah, it's the same as rock, paper, scissors, just, yeah, rock defeats scissors, scissors defeats paper, paper defeats rock. And I did let them customize their controls to decide which button on the controller does decide what's shot. Otherwise, triangle could be used to use one of the balls on the upper left or to freeze time for a few seconds.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And R1 and L1 to speed up or slow down, or just press down on the D-pad to move faster in general. But at some point, if you're doing well enough or long enough, it's just going to make you go faster and faster.
Now, I believe we have this game going on right now. Oh, no. Time Wanderer, no! And it looks like this is story mode that they're playing, right?
Yeah, there's not really a story, but I just won this mode because once they complete a page, or, well, I guess they call them rounds in this mode, it'll automatically bring them to the next world.
Yeah, gotcha. So I saw some combo hit happen. How do combos work in this?
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, if there's a big group of hands, you want to make sure that you hit the one first who is next to hands that are that hand's weakness, and then it'll get rid of that hand, and if another hand is next to that hand that's the next hand's weakness, they'll be eliminated as well.
Okay, so if you eliminate scissors that's next to paper, paper dies, and if paper is next to rock, then rock also dies, and it's just chain.
Yeah, I didn't tell them that, but the first round does kind of slowly, like, introduce new things at a time, so they should figure it out.
Yeah, for a puzzle-type game, this is a pretty decent way. Yeah, I'm seeing Lizstar is learning right there. You have those combos, and then you have the kill all thing that Lizstar, unfortunately, killed before the rest of the enemies are on the screen, so we didn't really get the effect. Yeah. The big thing, I think, here is, like, when you see a cluster of enemies, which thing is best to attack, and it's really going to be dependent on, like, if enemies are adjacent or diagonal. Time Wanderer using the freeze time in order to slow things down. Very nice.
Yeah. Well, they get 5 time freezes. You can earn them back through levels slowly. I forget how, like, either points or just doing well enough in some way. Otherwise, I am allowing unlimited continues, and they do get those restocked after continuing anyway, so...
Yeah, in that case, I would use them liberally, especially early on. Don't get game over, kill everything.
I'm looking at them in the channel. Time Wanderers said in all caps, my brain, as Liz says, it's moving too fast.
I love it. Someone in chat...
It's faster.
Oh, yeah. Someone in chat is asking, do you have to kill everything? Are there any cases where you can let enemies pass, or does everything need to die?
Every hand needs to die. If it reaches the bottom of the screen, you lose.
Yeah, so kill them all. That's the rules, chat.
I guess a few stages. I forget if it's World 3 or 4 or 5. Anyway, there's mushrooms, but you can let those pass you by. Yeah. Otherwise, there's... I guess I'll have to look out for new types of hands in these rounds, too. Like, later we're gonna get flashing hands, and if you get rid of them, they will do a screen wipe.
Not my flashing hands! I love it.
And, near the end of this level, there's some hands with jetpacks that your shots could miss if they fly over them.
So if I'm not mistaken, it looks like you play in this game as a witch named Poi, but you can also play as a guy with a rocket launcher named Psyche, something like that.
Yeah, right, something like that. As far as I could tell, there was no difference between them for gameplay, but I just told them to keep the default character just in case.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Honestly, you never really know how it's gonna go. Now,
also, I think her scream is slightly better anyway.
I haven't heard his. Hers is fine. It's fine. It's beautiful. This, by the way, did get some later releases. It looks like on PS3 and then PS Vita. But were those only in Japan with all of the re-releases?
It's a Japanese exclusive, so I probably... I'm looking at Moby Games. It does... I think for PS3, it does say Canada and the US on it, so I guess so. I guess you don't really need to know much to play this. It's really just a few parts of the menu.
Yeah, honestly... Like, the fan translation helps a little bit, but yeah, there's not too much dialogue or too much text, even though we're literally playing story mode. What is the story? We are a witch on a bridge fighting hands. That's the story.
Yep, that's good enough.
I'm sort of... Like, I kind of like the idea, and I do like that... at least the players so far, they've already acknowledged that this game is kind of tough. And I think just like... Well, I mean, you can... Why did the dragon pop up?
Oh, no.
Dragon?
I guess that was one with a jetpack, right?
I mean, dragons have wings. Does it need a jetpack? I guess.
I wondered this said, why could they do that?
Yeah. Liz, by the way, 1-9 onto 1-10, a couple rounds ahead of Time Wander.
10, we're on to Test of Skill.
Test of Skill. Problem
1.
No, not skill. I don't want skill. What is this? What is this? Oh,
no.
no.
Time limit. Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Wow.
No.
Okay, test of skill. This is intimidating. I'm glad that they do have unlimited... Like, do they have to use the time freeze at the right time here, or is it just...
I think you can after you start moving again, because once you're out of time on that clock there, I think it just rushes you ahead. and you have multiple segments in the test of skill to do for, I guess in the 10th part of each level.
Oh, this is so good. Test of skill.
All right. Otherwise, they're pretty close, but yeah, there's a couple stages around.
Couple fingers ahead, we'll say.
Yeah, sure. This game calls, like, I guess each area is called a round, and each round is 10 stages, but it's kind of a weird way of calling it, or different than I'm used to.
Yeah. I'm looking at the company that made this, by the way, and I'm not really... It's probably understandable that I'm not really familiar with them, because most of the games that they made were probably just Japan exclusive for a long time. I mean, you did have Disney's Winnie the Pooh preschool, so that's cool. And also Kindergarten. They made a Chaos Break episode from Chaos Heart. Fix the Adventure on PlayStation. Wait, I know that. That thing is hideous. I hate Fix the Adventure. Okay, I gotta show the image on screen as soon as I get a shot here, everybody. Because I think there are other people here who know, but no, it's hideous. It is hideous.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so the company that made this made that. I have a feeling this is probably one of their better games. Then again, the director for this, did help on a handful of other games like Castle of Dragon for NES. That's not Castle of the Dragon, Castle of Dragon. It's a classic. Swordmaster for NES. I think I know Swordmaster. Oh yeah, that game's really bad. Holy crap. And Castle of Dragon is really, really bad as well. Wow.
That's a quality games.
No! Time Wonder! Yeah, Time Wander is not particularly thrilled with the test of skill. This is like the feats of strength for Festivus, But the feast of strength here is just like, can you figure out which hands you need to put in the right places? Time Wander is saying, I messed up. Alarm! It's gonna... Oh, you got it! You got it! Oh, however...
Meanwhile, on this star... she's made it to the next area, which is a cave. There are rocks, indestructible rocks in the way that are blocking them.
So, in order to get those, you could either wait until they're close, or you'll have to start stacking certain... Oh my gosh, or do what Listar did right there.
Disappear, then freeze time, or... also... combos are much more mandatory in later areas, because sometimes you gotta shoot to create a hand that'll affect more hands in a group, and then dispose of that hand so that you can get all of them in a row. And there's a lot of thinking that you might not always feel like you have time for.
I'd say if you're doing a non-random type of puzzle game, though, like the story mode, it sort of makes sense that you would have these sections because the enemies, as far as I can tell, they're always going to come in the same order, at least at this point. And because of that, we're not dealing with any randomness. Everything is sort of set, and so it's just going to be teaching you a little bit more. Here's how the combos work. Is there a infinite system or an infinite mode in this game?
There is I think that's an attack, or let me check. It was a few different modes here.
White Panther, by the way, in chat is saying that, like, while the levels aren't random, what is rock, paper, scissors may change, so you do have to pay attention, but the combos will still end up being the same no matter what. You just have to make sure that you hit the right creature at the right time. I'm also wondering if there are other strats, like pause strats or anything that would be helpful here.
I actually banned pause strats because...
Oh, you did?
It's a lot easier to get through when you're just, when you pause, it does hide all the enemies on the screen, but you just got to think and remember, that one was there, that one's probably best to hit, and then do it, and then pause again, and think of your best move if that didn't work, or there's more coming up.
Oh no, Liz died by running into a rock. Oh, you don't want to do that.
But we don't need to see them pausing on and off for an hour, just in case to figure that out, so I banned it.
I think, because I would have thought about that, but I think that's wise. Oh, guess what? One of the people who helped work on this game, what did he do? I am seeing that this person was the director, Yutaka Hirata. He also was one of the directors for the Catan game on the N-Gage, everybody.
Okay.
But he also worked on, Dungeon Explorer, Monster World 4, Oh no, some Brazil-only Genesis games? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Turma da Mônica na Terra dos Monstros. That's definitely something that I think we've had that on Kusog7ande, and if not, it definitely... No, that might have just been the Monster World port. Or the Wonder Boy port that just changed the main character to Monica, which was a cartoon in Brazil. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, the other games or things on the menu in this game were time trial, which was clear the rounds quickly as possible.
Okay.
Score as many points as you can in 1, 3, or 5 minutes, or battle, which is 2-player. And I guess you're both like, yeah, I guess you play as both characters or something like that, but try to get the best score.
Yeah.
On your stage, yeah.
Okay, Liz. Right. Yeah, Time Wander onto 2-1 now. Right. Liz is about half of a world ahead of Time Wanderer, which honestly the game is getting more difficult, so I expect that we're going to see these merge together. Time Wanderer probably just experimenting to see if the rocks will kill you. That was a good idea.
Yeah, good to check if you got something new. You only have to start at the beginning of that section. That's it.
Yeah, I think that was the perfect choice to do right there. Time Wanderer and Liztar are both really strong players, though. They've both played in Kusog7ande, and I believe both of them have made it to brackets before. So, you know, it's... I really don't know who's going to win this round. I mean, I guess that's why we're here. But yeah, even 16 minutes in, you know, we are seeing Liz Star getting a little bit ahead of Time Wanderer, but I don't know how long that is going to last. Puzzle games tend to require a lot of thought, hence the reason they're puzzle games, but they can also start to get a little bit frustrating because of that. Uh-oh. Time Wanderer,
there's going to be
job.
A few more roadblock sections and some more test of skills that might be a problem.
Oh, yeah. Okay, chat's confirming the game that I was talking about was an official Wonder Boy hack, so that makes sense. I think Time Wanderer just took a death real quick in order to get all of the time stops back.
Yeah, sometimes I also found myself intentionally dying to, like, slow the game down again, because it does get faster, too.
Yeah, Wait, the game continuously gets faster even if you, like, can't you slow it down with the R buttons?
You can make it faster, but why would you want to? Yeah,
I mean, for the boring parts?
I guess so. I usually just hold down for those to just do a temporary speed up, but yeah, otherwise, yeah, the more pants you destroy, the faster you get, and your minimum speed is just keeps getting faster, and you can't slow down at a point. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, the speed bombs would probably be extremely helpful, or not the speed bombs, whatever freezes the clock. Definitely required. Oh no. Time Wanderer, a little too early. Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's fine.
Actually, I haven't seen either of them figure it out, but when you have time stopped, you can actually hold down to move forward a bit. Or just nudge yourself a little bit.
Yeah. Oh no. So, as it turns out, the person who made the music for this also made the music for The Adventures of Gilligan's Island on NES, Ultraman on Super Nintendo, which I believe has good music. I think Gilligan's Island had decent music as well. The game was atrocious, but holy cow. Music was okay. HAL Wrestling for Game Boy. I didn't know there was a HAL Wrestling game.
Hey.
Like
Interesting.
HAL. Who would they even have wrestle at that point? Okay,
Good. Looks like
stage
Time Wanderers figured out how to set up some combos by creating hands.
good. I'm not sure if Lizstar has really figured that out as much as using the speed adjustments in order to just kind of deal with monsters behind rocks, which is a valid way to do it, you know? Like, there's no wrong way to win a puzzle game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So really, whatever works best for you personally, as long as it doesn't end up walling you as you go on, you know. Simply put, Lizstar is on a pretty tough-looking section.
Oh, we're right before the
Test of skill. Test of skill.
Hold
What
on.
is this? Oh, you have to do the full combo in order for it to chain back up, probably.
Yeah, you do.
And then maybe you have to whittle away at the right side of... Okay. This is like combo central right here. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, I guess, a bit unusual for a shooter. You got more to wrap your head around. So, yeah, I just wonder how both of them will do as strong players.
Okay, Liz killed the left side of a group of enemies, and because of that, it wasn't the correct side to hit, and because of that, there were some enemies still lingering around. So I think this is essentially trying to teach you, you know, pay attention to the order that enemies are in, because some of the orders will get rid of the enemies, and some of them will get enemies stuck behind rocks and make your life kind of a pain after that.
Yeah, and then at that point, you either have to just move in at the exact time to shoot it, or most likely a time stop if you have any of them left.
Oh no, Liz!
Oh yeah,
I'm
you can
crying
use them
for you.
liberally, but later areas, like even this one, it's just that you could run out too quickly of them.
This music is kind of fun, and I really, again, I have to say that pod strats would definitely make this game much, much easier, and I very much appreciate that you banned that so that we could sort of experience the game the way it was intended to be experienced.
Yeah. Right, looks like Time Wanderer's catching up. Lizstar's still having some trouble on round 9. Uh-oh.
Okay, there we go. No! Time Wanderer! Killing everything and dying to a rock! A rock! Bam, 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 bam. But yeah, I think this is a pretty cute idea for a game. I like it. Although, I have to say, like, I understand a wand working with rock, paper, scissors. I'm not sure how the rocket launcher works with rock, paper, scissors. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, like, do you just load up hands into the...
You stuff a
rocket
hand
launch?
into your rocket launcher. Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where are we getting these hands?
Stephen King. It sounds like something that he would have. Have you read any Stephen King books? They're actually, like, the movies are very hit and miss, especially it's like the more he was involved, the worse the movies were. But his books are amazing, like, especially later on, he's got some very amazing writing. I love it.
Yeah, like, I guess I haven't actually read any. I've seen some of the movies, though.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. The movies are good.
And, oh yeah, I guess the movie Dreamcatcher was filmed just outside my hometown.
Ooh.
And Canada, yeah.
Cool. Oh, chat, by the way, has a good idea. Codeman38 says that for the rocket launcher, what you have, you don't have individual rockets. What you have is you have the rocket launcher, a paperette launcher, and a scissorette launcher.
Oh, okay.
It's a good joke. I like it. Code Man, you win some points. I'll give you 50 points. Yeah, why not? Made me laugh. Not loud, but laughed anyway.
Alright, our Wanderer's at 2.8. The Star's on 2.9, catching up. Uh-oh.
Bam, 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 bam. Okay, 2-8, yeah, that's only one round behind Liz Star. Really not doing too bad. Liz Star has been on 2-9 for a long time, and there's a very good reason why. You have to think about the combos, and like, even though Liz could go down the left tunnel, which she usually is, if you go down the right tunnel, you should be able to freeze time and have the combo come back up and clear everything. Like, it's very backwards thinking is what I feel with this round.
Yeah,
you just have
a
to.
lot of planning.
Yeah. This is a really fascinating game, though. I'm very much enjoying it. I can tell, though, Time Wanderer is getting a little bit tired. I think Liz and Time Wanderer are getting tired. Like, it requires a lot of thought.
I saw Liz say, "This is impossible." Right.
Yeah, like that's some I really love Kusog7ande. You know, sometimes we get genres that you just do not expect. Like, technically this fits into the puzzle game realm.
Okay, let's apologize for pausing as a panic response. She said she'd stop. I was about to type something about that.
Yeah, I would say, you know, one thing that we could do. Waffle Fox, by the way, it's her first time being a GM, and she's done a fantastic job setting things up. We like to sort of throw around ideas to help as well. What you could potentially do is say, give like a warning, and then like next time it happens, you just have to go and die. You know, it's not a huge punishment because people are dying left and right here anyway.
All right, yeah. And yeah, it's not much of a loss. You just continue from beginning of whichever area around, I guess. Although some of these stages or rounds do get longer. Yeah, they're already getting longer at this point. Oh,
yeah,
no, another rock.
That is life. Yeah, I'd say I understand the panic response here, and I have instructed them, if they do it again, die. That sounds rude, but I don't think it... maybe a little rude. Oh no, it's a test of skill.
Oh no, no.
Oh, woo! Test of skill! Problem 2! Wow, test of skill! Wait, but what is this? This is like DDR.
Okay, we're gonna... Yeah, problem when you start the test of skill after completing a previous segment is you are so fast and run out of time stops. The speed looks a little more manageable, but still a problem.
Yeah, this is definitely more manageable. Like, look at this. You can actually see the enemies coming. Can you just imagine somebody playing through a full world without dying? Is that possible?
I guess the attract screen does that, and it really intimidated both of them while waiting for the match, because it's like, why are you showing us a task instead of how is this horribly played?
I love that.
Alright, looks like she's getting the hang of it here. Might be on to the next world soon, depending on how long the segment is. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, there's more.
I'm just trying to think of other ways. Like, because honestly, I have a hard time telling by the way that things look. What's a rock, what's a paper, what's a scissors. Like, I believe the blue is scissors, red is something, and green is something else. Which one's paper?
Oh yeah, the red there, or just the flat hand.
Okay,
yeah.
red's paper. Okay.
Yeah,
So blue kills red kills green, green kills blue. That's easier for me to remember. It's like backwards Pokemon.
Yeah, I did mention at the top of the setup doc to let me know if you're colorblind, because it could affect the game, I think.
Yeah, luckily I think things are, like, different enough in this that, you know, considering that they're shaped differently, unless you're severely colorblind. I'm mildly colorblind and this game's fine. But, like, being severely colorblind could definitely make this game more difficult, just because, you know, for me, being able to see the colors is probably the easiest way to react, and I wouldn't even be thinking rock, paper, scissors. I would be thinking, there's blue, okay, shoot green.
Yeah, and I also let them rebind the controls, like in the control customize menu of the game, to whatever makes sense, because I think I'd usually play it like, okay, I'm just gonna have rock, paper, scissors, or whatever defeats those from left to right on my controller, like square defeats rock.
Oh, wait. Okay, so it actually is the same color triangle as Pokemon. Red burns green, green is plant that beats blue, and then blue is water that beats red fire. So if you think of it that way, then and think that each individual button, rather than being a rock, paper, or scissor, is fire, leaf, or water. For me, that's easier.
The default controls are this is, let's see, square shoots rock, X shoots scissors, and circle shoots paper.
So green, blue, red. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes, like, for what you're shooting, but you have to keep in mind what it's defeating, yeah.
I think I would personally have red on the left, green on the bottom, and blue on the right. So red for square, green for X, and blue for circle. Just so that, like, I know that if I accidentally misfire and shoot red, for example, and hit square, then I can just hurry and hit a circle in order to undo that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, all our brains, just whatever works for it.
Yeah. By the way, Time Wanderer is definitely struggling through this game. 2-9. That was Liz's really difficult level. I do like that on Liz's current level, we've seen some slime show up, enemies jumping on and off the bridge. Just, you know, usual shenanigans.
Oh, right. This world has things jumping on and off the bridge, and if you pass them while they're off the bridge, you lose.
Well, that's great, isn't it? No! Time Wanderer! Overcorrecting right there. Lizstar, by the way, is saying in Discord, I basically only just learned a major fact to this game. I think this will help, and I'm really curious what that is. So we're gonna have to see what.
I'll have to just pay attention to. I'm not sure if I.
Oh, 3-5.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I was trying to think if there's anything I haven't seen her yet that she's doing now.
I love that Liz is like, I'm not even trying 3-5 at this speed. Let's just die. Okay, so what do the slimes do? Because I keep seeing the slimes.
They are just there to be confusing. They are actually just one of the three hands. It just alternates between being a hand and a slime.
I did see Liz panic pause again. Oh, Time Wander, test of skill! Test of skill!
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is going to be too fast. Probably going to have to Oh, no. Maybe?
Nah, it's just DDR, that's all. DDR with multiple buttons for each lane, that's all.
Oh, I guess let's start panic pause and then just died immediately after.
That's what I said to do.
Yep.
And honestly, like, panic pausing is definitely a reaction that, like, you'll see good players have that sort of ability to pause right before dying, and it's something that can be very helpful. I'd say that, like, the specific rules of this game make that more of a liability than anything else, but it's generally going to be a positive and helpful skill. Uh-oh. Test of skill! Test of skill! Test of skill! Nope, never mind. So, question. There is an option to retry when you hit the pause menu. Does that retry the specific round you're on or the entire level? / world or whatever?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. It's a mystery. You can figure it out. Oh my gosh, these orchestral hits in the music, it's killing me. You do not use this. I mean, if you're the 90s, you use this many orchestral hits, and this was made in the 90s, so I guess it's fine. But I'm still upset. Ah, Liz!
Oh, no.
That's okay. Liz meant to. It was the beginning of 3-6, and she's like, I'm too fast now.
Okay,
I can't
she's figured
handle
out
this.
the speed thing, great.
Yeah. So one interesting thing as well that if you get really, you can technically play this game just by watching the top left of the game and paying attention to the colors that show up there. I have a bit of a hard time telling the difference between red and blue up there, though, so that might not be too helpful for me.
Yeah, like, I found myself using that a bit, but yeah, if you're... Yeah, they don't have specific shapes that are easy to determine up there, so it's harder.
Yeah, if I were playing on a bigger screen, I might be able to tell them apart a little bit better. A little thing, accessibility. No, accessibility in the 90s, not exactly the best, but honestly, this game doesn't do too shabby, I'd say, for the time. Okay, so Waffle Foxbury, I have to ask, do you think this is a bad game?
It's kind of a weird, awkward game to play,
okay.
But I don't know if it's necessarily bad, but it's kind of doing its own genre puzzle thing with this.
Yeah, it sort of is doing its own genre here. Here's what I'm thinking. I think that, like, it's got some interesting ideas, and somehow it has managed to actually, like, keep ideas, like, evolving as it goes on. Like, how much can you do with rock, paper, scissors? It turns out you can do a decent amount.
Yeah, when you turn it into this, there's quite a bit you can try with it.
What is this speed? Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh yeah, and I guess that radar in the upper left might be useful on later at worlds, because I think starting on the next world, there's going to be a little fog in distance. Not much, but I think it might increase as you go on, depending on the world.
And so paying attention to the shield may actually help, or at least, like, Which honestly, that's an important thing, like seeing what's coming up and being able to react to some of the helpful guides that you have here. That's definitely worth paying attention to. Now, I wonder, it does say like 7 out of 2. What's the number over number thing that you see appear on the left side there?
Oh, I think that's how many enemies per section or row or something.
I see.
Wait, no, it's actually
required.
Okay, I don't remember.
Maybe it's the required number of shots. You can technically clear an area with 1 shot if you hit the right place.
Oh, yeah, that might make sense. Yeah, it might be that.
Yeah, Chad is confirming it's the perfect score number. Okay, I thought so. Haha. I know my video games.
Yeah, that's good to know if you have to know how many you can shoot to get a perfect. Uh-oh.
That's okay. I think Time Wanderer was planning to die anyway. Yeah, with that said, I don't know if the players have figured that out, because that piece of information could actually be pretty helpful in that, like, I am overthinking this. If I can clear this entire thing in 1 shot, but it's taking me 10, maybe I'm not doing this the optimal route.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This is on the test of skill problem 3. Okay, it's doing like the first area did now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think it'll alternate between both styles of test of skill.
Yeah, I think that I like the other style more. This one's kind of fun because, yeah, as you can see, that section could have taken 4 shots, but it took 12 instead. Yeah,
It's just really calm music.
It's very sticky sounding, like bam,
Yeah.
bam, 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 bam. You know, now that I sort of understand like the perfect score system in this game and like that it's actually viewable, oh my gosh, Time Wanderer, all you had to do was shoot the hand in the middle. That's all you had to do.
Time Wanderer just said it needs to stop. Oh, this is on to rock, paper, scissors, heck.
Yeah, I want to go to... No, I don't. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if you're going to play a game against the devil, don't choose rock, paper, scissors. He plays mind games. That's literally what he does for his day job. There we go.
Let me look up what was... So, yeah, you can see it gets a little wavy or distorted in the distance with some of the enemies being darker at the very end.
Yeah.
Let's see...
Yeah, now that I know sort of how combos work in this game, I definitely think that getting through with 1 life would be very difficult, but possibly actually doable.
Yeah, especially, the speed just keeps increasing. It just feels very difficult to do in 1 life, but possible, I guess. Maybe? Maybe for a task run, it's just kind of hard to imagine your brain working that quick, but I guess if you've memorized what to do to perfect each area, then that probably makes it a lot easier.
Oh yeah, like when you know the perfect strats, definitely gonna make things a little bit trivial comparatively. Okay, there we go. Get the combos.
I guess I think some hands will be on fire, and then you... Oh yeah, some hands are on fire, and they have to be hit twice.
Ooh, well that's not fun.
If they're hit in a combo, you have to hit another hand in that group if it's, yeah, 2 hits for a perfect combo to get rid of them.
I kind of like that for the purposes of combos here, that combos will deal 1 hit of damage. So if you have multiple fire hands grouped together, you could potentially have multiple combos with the same group. Interesting. Why do I like this game? This is like... Here's the deal. I don't think I want to play this game, but I like the ideas here, and I think that this is very well done. It's just weird.
Yeah, and I guess it's a bit more stressful than it looks, but yeah, it's...
Oh no,
yeah,
this looks stressful.
Well done for what it is, yeah. But yeah, I think later in this level, some hands might jump out of the lava and back into...
Yeah, chat, remember, we're not allowing them to pause, so, like, literally, they're just having to deal with the nightmare that is... Oh my gosh, the middle hand! It's the middle hand! No! Seriously, every time I see that middle hand, Time Wanderer is like, let's just not shoot it. I'm like, no, Time Wanderer, no! But Time Wanderer, again, I think is more specialized. I think he generally does really well in platforming games. I don't know if puzzle games are at all his expertise. I do believe that Lizstar has a history of playing a decent amount of puzzle games. So I feel like just, you know, you never really know what to expect when it comes to Kusog7ande, but occasionally, you know, you get a game that is going to work a little bit better for your opponent, and that's fine. That's just how it goes. Now, the problem is if you end up playing a round of Kusog7ande where your opponent's better at every game that you play, in which case you're doomed. The middle hand! The middle hand! The middle hand! He's got...
No! It's too many hits!
Middle!
No!
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You ran out of time stops.
That's fine. But, you know, making it to 3-3 was good enough. Yeah, Chad is saying, basically, if you go up against Andy, 4H at the end there, yeah, you can expect that Andy is probably going to do pretty well. That's just Andy for you. Which, you gotta get the combos. Nope.
Oh no.
You missed. So Time Wanderer said in chat, why is it sometimes and then not other? And I'm just going to go ahead and say that that's not a sentence. It doesn't count. We're going to go ahead and give a mulligan on that thought there.
All right.
Yeah, honestly though, like it's really impressive that some people like are able to adapt to a wide variety of genres. For me, like in general, I don't know, puzzle games tend to work a little bit better for me, although I feel like this might not be the puzzle game for me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it is. But puzzle games tend to be a little bit easier for me to deal with, and I really enjoy older games, you know. So if you give me a puzzle game from the 80s, I'm probably gonna do pretty dang well. Or if you give me something bootleg, you know, I'll do well in it. Those are really, like, give me bootleg or give me a puzzle game from last century. That's what I want. But with that said, the one thing that I love in Kusog7ande as well is when I know that somebody's good at a specific type of game, trying not to give that type of game to them, because I'm like, I want to see them suffer. I want to see them struggle. Come on, we can do this. You can.
Oh, yeah, you can't make it too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to see a match.
Okay, on to 3-5 for Time Wanderer. Listar is one full world ahead of Time Wanderer, which at this point, it is going to be very difficult for Time Wanderer to catch up. Now, everybody, if you're enjoying the show, by the way, we will be having more tomorrow. I see a few people in here who I don't know too well, so it's very nice to have you here. 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We've got 2 more matches, and the GM bracket is usually one that we have a little more like silliness with because we don't give out any prizes, so you never really know what's gonna pop up. It might be hand, rock, paper, scissors. Ah! I mean,
Yeah.
rock, paper, scissors is by default with hands, you know? What am I talking about?
So I don't know if they'll make it to the later worlds. I do have some descriptions of, I guess, the later gimmicks this game has. Like, let's see. I guess World 5, there's going to be invincible tree stumps and several mushrooms that take, like, I don't know, at least 5 hits or something to destroy that'll be in the way.
Oh, nice. I mean, not nice. That's going to be really annoying. But
Yeah,
anybody
it's really annoying.
Anybody who's played old school arcade games will see a mushroom and think, I probably can break this.
Yeah. On the other hand,
I love Centipede.
You can pass them without them, just making you lose. So unless they're blocking enemies or doing something else, then they're not too bad.
Yeah, I think Lizstar has figured out the combo system a little bit faster than Time Wanderer. Time Wanderer still doesn't appear to get combos very often, and I think that is really making him struggle some here. Like, if he can get the combos, then he'll be able to do these areas a lot faster. But Lizstar already at a 4-8.
So much now.
Yeah.
And I guess there's 5. Yeah, there's I guess 5 more worlds after that, up to World 10. Let's see. World 6, wizard will randomly spawn wizards on the screen and sometimes encase enemies in ice, causing you to have to shoot the enemy twice to kill it. First one to break the ice. And sometimes the wizard will change the enemy. Uh-oh. So it's kind of like an ice version of the volcano where it's distorted in the back. Okay, let's see. World 7. It's curvy, so it's hard to tell where your shot's gonna go along the line.
It's Kirby?
Or curvy.
I want it to be Kirby.
Yeah, if we had Kirby here, that'd be great.
What? Why is this
Kirby
game
help?
evil? Yeah, so what's funny about, like, puzzle and rhythm games for me, like, the players are talking about this, that they're still dying because of getting confused with buttons. I would say that, like, even Tetris, where all you have is movement and then rotate clockwise and rotate counterclockwise, it took me ages to get used to being able to rotate in both directions. Like, when I was younger, I would just rotate clockwise and that's it, because I just could not think both ways. You know, it's like one thing works for me, and I don't do that now. I've learned how to actually play Tetris using most of the mechanics available. I'm not great at it, but, like, I can get through some levels. But like anything that's more complicated than a single button, heck, even a single button game like a Story of Fire and Ice, like what NPC showed off during Don't Make Us Bored one time, that game is so hard and it's so easy to get tripped up, and all you have is a single freaking button.
Yeah, like, you got 3 different buttons to attack with, and you not only have to think about what they defeat, but what they create if it doesn't defeat something. It's so easy to just lose track of that often.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is never mess up, and you're good.
Yeah, just do that.
Ah. No, let's start! No, death!
Let's see. Also in World 7, it looks like some enemies carry shields, so you got to shoot them more with those. Let's see, World 8. You have no guide on the screen to tell you where you're standing, and you're flying around apparently, so it's hard to tell what you're going to hit. I'm not sure what this means. World 9, you face pumpkins that function like the mushroom and rocks with eyes from previous levels. Oh yeah, I guess World 8 had rocks with eyes.
Rocks for eyes.
Yeah, not the hands, I guess, just like boulders or something. That'd be... And there's knight armors that can't be destroyed. Round 10, the wizard appears again. The statues will serve as obstacles that are invincible. Okay, I guess that's all of them.
Aha.
Oh, 5 minutes left. It looks like this
we
is
are
just gonna
close
go
to the end here. I'm really enjoying this game, though. I think that it fits very well here. This is, you know, one thing, probably my biggest critique, and it's more of a problem with the PlayStation era, just the perspective makes it hard to see things that are coming your way, and you really do need to be able to see, like, everything. And while you do have the handy little guide, it's just not as helpful as it could be. The shield at the top left here, it's helpful, but it needs some improvement. It needs some love.
I guess it'd be a little easier if it was just kind of a flat perspective, and so you could kind of just see everything clearly further back.
Yep. One thing as well, handy little tip for those who are developing games: if you do make a puzzle game and want to make a guide like what you see at the top left, make slightly different shapes for the different enemies as well, like a triangle, a circle, a square, an X. I mean, heck, if you're making a PlayStation game for a PlayStation controller, you can even just directly put the freaking symbols up there. Come on, square, circle, so that you know, oh, this is an enemy that is spawned by triangle. Test of skill, as chat is acknowledging.
Oh no, this one requires combos. Well, I guess I usually do, but this one's
especially
continuous one where you, or no, actually, it's I guess a single one where you get rid of most of them through single shots.
Ah. Yeah, it's like, pay attention to the enemies in the column there, and maybe you can combo them. Oh, Liz, you almost died. Don't do that.
How much
Test
longer
of
this
skill!
segment goes.
I love how aggressive the game is the first time you get to the test of skill. It's like, I don't want to be tested. I'm good. Just let me go home.
Oh no, too bad. It's just gonna throw everything at you.
And there we go. Liz Star is through 4-10. That one.
All right.
And
so here's, I guess we'll see a little bit of 5-1.
Yeah. Let's see if the music over there is any better. Yeah. I just want to see. I don't know if Liz has microphone on. It's possible. Wow, this music is as generic as the other music. Wow, this is actually really impressive.
Yeah, a lot of them are like that. Okay,
well, everybody, you know we're not missing anything. And we are almost to the end here, the final minute. Yeah, this Time Wanderer has been here forever, but he stuck it out. That's the important thing with Kusog7ande, you know? Even if you feel like you are losing a lot of time and you're falling very far behind, it's fine. Most of the time the other player is struggling as well. This time that's not the case. Wait, does the path get warped because of the mushrooms? Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, it changes how warped it is. Different parts of this stage get warped.
What
more?
A video game. I love it. That's beautiful. Oh! So close to landing right on time, but no matter what, that is time, everybody. That is it. That is the match. We are done. Throw your hands up in the air, celebrate a little bit. No more finger flashing in chat, unless you want to. I'm gonna invite them to come and chat. Oh my gosh, that was... Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious who took the victory here. And that is fine. That's how it goes. Yeah, both of the players I like. My brain's dead. Bringo boom. Oh, hello, Liz.
Hello.
Let me turn you up. Hello, Time Wanderer.
Hi there. Are my sound settings okay? A lot of stuff has changed on my end.
You should be fine. I can adjust things. Yeah, I can hear you both. Okay, well, should we reveal who took the victory then?
Sure.
No, we're never gonna tell you. We're never gonna tell you. As it turns out, Liz won. I know. How was that for a reveal? Liz won. No, Liz actually did very well. Made it through the bridge level and then made it through hell and was just starting the mushroom forest after that. So Liz, even though you said that your brain was struggling with this, I feel like this game clicked a lot more with you than it did for Time Wanderer. And honestly, Time Wanderer, I tell everybody there are certain genres that just do not work for certain people, and you never really know what you're gonna get in Kusog7ande. And I feel like this game is not your game.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
I'm not sure it's Liz's game. Yeah, Liz, you've played a freaking ton of puzzle games and arcade puzzle games, and this is very arcade-esque. Yeah,
It is,
and partway through, I'm like, it sort of makes sense why this is clicking with Liz a little bit more than Time Wanderer. And that's not to say that either of you played poorly. You both did fantastic. This is a very difficult game. What's that?
How far did Time Wanderer get?
To 3-5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This game's hard.
Yeah, I don't know what a mushroom forest is, so I'm assuming that's at least 4.
I don't know if they kill you. I didn't try. I killed as many as I
you
could.
can pass by them unless they're all blocking everywhere. But yeah, you just have to hit them 5 or I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seemed like when you destroyed the mushrooms, they started distorting the screen.
God.
Yeah.
The last 2 levels, I'm like, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's fun. Tomba rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really awful because the whole point of the game. So I just kind of started relying on the mini map on the left.
I did too.
Yeah. Which seemed to help.
It did seem to help. The moment that I learned, so I did that to get through 2-10.
Oh my God,
the sort of fast auto scroller.
The last bits of 2 were a nightmare.
It was really nice to use the minimap for that because you could see them pop up on the minimap way before you get visual indication on the screen.
Yeah.
And then in 3-1, they started introducing the slime ones that show up on the minimap as yellow. So I was like, well, that strategy is no longer useful. Immediately.
I mean, you can.
Oh, this game.
You can sort of pay it. If you can pay attention to both at the same time. Never mind. I'm gonna recommend if you can only do the impossible, Time Wanderer, then maybe you can get through.
For the record, I like this
55 minutes, I'm like, I still don't know what button to press to kill which enemy.
Yeah.
Like, I am still messing that up on a very basic level.
Well, I think everybody was like that. That's part of. It's sort of like the Dr. Mario, the Tetris thing. That if you play it well, you can get rid of things quickly. But as soon as you start messing up, you are in panic mode. Panic mode.
Yep.
And, so to me, it's no surprise that both of you were constantly going into panic mode, because it's every single round in a world was difficult enough that even with all of your time stops, like, you still had to work to get through it. And, like, I'm honestly impressed. Like, Liz blew it away. Absolutely ludicrous. Like, Time Wander, I think that you did fantastic here as well. It's just, this is a very difficult game.
I'm sorry I play so many puzzle games, Time Wander.
I was gonna, like, I said it in the early on. I was like, oh, puzzle? Okay, this is... I'm at a disadvantage here, but it still looks fun, so we're gonna go for it.
Yeah, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, it's good to get experience under your belt. Like, one of the things I think, Liz, about halfway through, you said that you figured out something that was a core part of the game. What did you figure out there?
How to do combos. I did not know how to do combos until that point.
Okay, please share. Because I had figured out, like, some rules, but then it still didn't work the way I thought it did.
If a hand is next to another hand that it's supposed to hit and you clear it, then it clears that hand.
So
and that's how you do chains.
Yeah, if you have a rock sitting next to a scissors, Liz, which one do you kill?
The rock.
You kill the rock because rock also kills scissors. Yes.
So if they're next to each other, they'll line up as like, okay, this one beats the one next to it, beats the one next to it, beats the one next to it.
Yes.
That is kind of what I thought it was, but then also that was too much for my brain to process.
It is a lot. Like, you have to read the entire stack, and you have to be like, okay, where's the start of this stack? Like, it's like an arrow pointing out from somewhere.
I could even see at, like, really high levels of this, I think it would be really interesting, because you could potentially add things to the stack to create a fuller chain.
Pretty much what you're supposed to do at some point.
You have to do that at some points in order to get... And also, there's a number on the left side that shows, like, 0 out of 1, and each time you get rid of something, the number increases. That's your perfect score counter, so if you play that area perfectly, you can clear it in one shot, or 2, or 3, etc.
Just a minimal amount of shots to get a perfect on a group.
What caused it to start going super freaking fast? Because, like,
time.
Sometimes I do, like, okay, I did 2 in a row. Oh, I'm going max speed. And then I would I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I have infinite credits. Thank God for that. If I didn't have infinite credits.
Seriously.
I just started throwing myself at rocks.
Infinite,
Yeah, I would say that, like, I believe that it's just over time it gets faster and faster. So hypothetically, if you played World 1 without dying, when you get to the the test of skill, it will absolutely be a nightmare. But I'm really curious if you can get through World 1 on a single life, like, or if that's like TAS only.
That might be like the TAS attract screen.
Yeah, shout outs to the attract screen that was clearly TAS.
Yeah.
Why do we
clearly TAS, but also clearly, like, what they expect you to be able to do to play this game on, like, a basic level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Overall, I like this game. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm proud of y'all. You did very well. This is again a very, very difficult game, and like, you two did really well. With that said, Time Wanderer, are you streaming anything these days over at your channel? Doing anything interesting for us?
Yeah, I'm actually going to continue this stream that I'm doing right now. I started playing Oracle of Ages for the first time.
Ooh.
Okay.
I've never played it.
I've been like catching up on a bunch of games that have just launched on Switch. So like the Oracle games, and I started playing the Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy for the first time. So I also started Elden Ring a few weeks ago. And,
ooh, good.
And we have I've started a weekly series with my friend Tom and also fellow Kuso participants, Okami of Games and Ellipsis Break, where we play Dokapon Kingdom every Monday. If you're familiar, if you know, you know.
Okay. I mean, pretty much everybody knows of it. But there are some people who like to keep their friends, and that's fine too. What about you, Liz? What do you stream? What are you doing these days, stream-wise?
I've been playing a lot of Ogre Battle, which is a very funny thing because anytime it's like, oh, it's Ogre Battle. Have you ever heard of it? It's like, yes, Liz, we talk about it all the freaking time. I've been playing Ogre Battle. I love that series. And I've also been playing other Saturn games. I've been playing Baroque.
Ooh.
I was playing Anime Uno today, and I think I'm going to keep playing it because it's weirdly fun.
I think I remember that one. It's fun.
It's like imagine like a Yu-Gi-Oh kind of situation where it's like, he played that. That means but it's Uno. It's that. It's a video game of that. It's really wild and really weirdly fun.
Yeah, gotcha. I haven't played Baroque, but that actually looks really interesting. I might have to look into that myself.
Such a good game. It's a roguelike. It's like a really classic-y roguelike.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's so weird. Really good.
That sounds really fun. Well, everybody, Waffle Fox Bree, by the way, are you streaming these days, or are you taking it easy, stream-wise?
Yeah, taking it easy. I guess I'll just plot for future matches, though.
I love it.
Please do. Brain bending frustration aside, this game rules.
Honestly,
actually.
I think both of the games that we have here work for Kusog7ande, but are also really interesting, and that I'd like to dig into a little bit more. I like my car platformer. It's dumb in certain ways, but it's a lot of fun. It's just very unwieldy. There was a level that made me think of that Roadrunner for Super Nintendo game. That game is, it's a nightmare to play, but it's also a lot of fun. And I recommend that other people, give these games a shot. You might find something that you love that you never expected to love. Yeah. That sort of is sometimes how it happens in Kusog7ande, that the games are bad, but still very enjoyable. Then we have other matches where the games are bad and everybody is sad and everybody hurts, and then oof. But
yeah, and makes me cry.
And then I make you cry, Liz. Liz, that game was good. We even have the good lady in chat because of that. Come on.
It was not good.
I know, that game is very not good. I'm sorry I made you cry. Well, everybody, we are going to go ahead and raid Seth, because Seth is still streaming, and then tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, we have 2 more matches, and depending on how I'm feeling, I may stream a little bit more after that. I'll see you later, Liz, Time Wanderer, Waffle Fox.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends. See you, chat. I guess I have to actually hit the raid first. Okay, in a few seconds, bye. In a few seconds, bye. Test of skill, that's our raid message. Yeah, test of skill, everybody. Bam. Do it, test of skill, come on. All right, see ya.